G'day and welcome back to ShadowRan Hong Kong. So we are now entering territory that I have never ventured into, which is to say about, I don't actually remember how long after ShadowRun Hong Kong came out, but it was part of one of the stretch goals was a bit of post-campaign content, right? And that's what this is. This is a bonus campaign set in the weeks following the main campaign. It's meant to give me an opportunity to, find out who pardoned me and turn the tables on the corporate police force, and cement my rep as a prime runner. So it'll be interesting to see just what post-campaign, like, this prime runner territory is, because as we saw in the main campaign, as a rigger, I don't actually have anywhere to go, right? Unless they add new gadgets for me to buy, but skill-wise I don't have anywhere to go on that. I do have a little bit of room to grow with some other stuff, but it's going to be interesting to see how they do that. I'm a little bit worried because I haven't really ever heard anyone talk about this DLC. So, could be good, could be okay. I'm hoping for good. I'm definitely hoping it won't be terrible. Right, so obviously I could pick this one. Oh, nice! I like it. Okay, so you can actually see all of the decisions that you made. Although this seems to be kind of mixed. Alright, let's see. Do we have any... What details does it show here? It seems to show them in different things. Okay. I remember letting him turn Ishida into a ghoul. Did prevent Gaichu's death, yeah. Invited Rakta, spoke to him and his trust, self-repair tech, yep. So this one was my less successful run. But yeah. So this doesn't seem to actually completely match. Whatever. Here we go. Let's start. And interesting that it doesn't talk about any of the other companions. Rude awakening. Something is wrong. The last thing you remember, it was the night of the Kowloon City riots. You and your team were running an errand for Kindly Cheng, recovering an object before the inevitable police response turned the city upside down. Everything was going well. You had the item in hand, and then nothing. The world went black. A sudden explosion of pain behind your eyes jolts you back to the present. A nightmarish succession of dream images flicker through your consciousness like a strobe light. A man with a pockmarked face, slim fingers playing over the surface of your brain, leaving a slug's trail of agony in their wake. A second figure whose face you couldn't see, digging with relish through the scraps of memory that your tormentor left behind. It was a rough night, and now, as your eyes snap open and adjust to the light, you find yourself in a reality that is little more comfort. Okay. So we start with nothing in a cell. Well, not quite nothing. Who kept my drones with me? Okay, a single bulb hangs from a corrugated steel roof. The dim light that it casts is barely enough to illuminate the table in front of you. Your head throbs in time with your heartbeat, and each pulse gives rise to a low, grinding, stomach-churning discomfort. Heavy weights on your wrists tell you've been handcuffed. Try to clear your head. You squeeze your eyes shut and count to 10. The pain in your head slowly dissipates and your vision gradually swims back into focus. There's a rag on your lap, an old dishcloth matted with congealed blood. The dull ache that radiates from the bridge of your nose and up into your sinuses tells you where it came from. Examine my surroundings. The room is dark, far too dark for you to make out its dimensions. All that you can see with any clarity are your own lap and the table in front of you. Try to focus. Squinting, you try to focus on the hazy objects in the distance. A searing jolt of pain is your reward. With the pain comes a dream image branded into your memory with crystal clarity. The first of your tormentors, the man with the pockmarked face. For a few torturous seconds, the image swims through your head, wriggling like an eel. Then, as suddenly as it came, the pain dissipates, fading away until it's swallowed by the relentless ache that throbs between your temples. In the distance you hear the pop hiss of a pneumatic door unlatching and sliding open. An enormous figure steps into the room and the door slides shut behind him. You can barely make out the silhouette of the troll standing across the table from you. Your other senses work to fill in the blanks. He's got a heavy build. The floor creaks every time he shifts his weight. The rustle of fabric over hard, sharp keratin tells you he has prominent thermal deposits. He is also wearing way too much cologne. From the chest up, the darkness swallows him. You can't see his face. Say nothing. The room remains silent as he busies himself arranging objects on the table in front of him. A notepad, a mug of soy calf, an old ballpoint pen, an audio recorder. Finally, he looks up from the objects and focuses on you. Good morning, Mr. Nguyen. How are you feeling today? Did you sleep well? Not at the bloody dish rag. Aside from the fact I spent the night bleeding into a dirty towel, I'm great. Oh, poor baby. And I thought you Shadowrunners were supposed to be tough. If it's any consolation, the nosebleed was expected. It's a common side effect of magical interrogation. So I'm thinking when we're finished here, I'll tell you to a chair and experiment on your brain. Sounds fair to me. You're upset. I get that, but threatening me isn't going to help you. He lifts a mug out of the light and towards his lips. You hear a long, loud slurp as he sucks the steaming fluid down. For the record, the mage who worked on you did his best to be gentle. He's good at what he does. Uses a light touch. Not he, them. 2 of your people went to work on my head last night. He pauses for a moment, considering, then shrugs. And you're wrong about that. There couldn't have been anyone else. Your pal with the skin condition didn't mess up my nose. It was the other one. Second mage. Couldn't see a face. Must be a figment of your imagination. It happens sometimes. The brain invents details to try to make sense of what is happening. Give it a few days and the confusion should fade away. You'll see. Somehow, I don't find your argument very convincing. We don't even have 2 mages on site, Ranneko. There's no way you got scanned twice. But hey, believe what you want. Don't let it distract you, though. We've got work to do. Now let's get to it, shall we? Run me through what happened last night. What's the point of a mind probe if you're going to interrogate me anyway? Magic is great for pulling facts from a person's memory. It isn't so good at contextualizing them. What we got from you was a jumble of disorganized information. It'd take a lot of guesswork on our part to piece those facts together into a coherent narrative. You cooperate with us, tell us the story as you remember it, and you can spare us some of that work. That'll be good for you in the long term. If you lie to me, though, well, just don't. I'll know it. Now, if you please, tell me what happened last night. Just start at the beginning and take me through it until the moment that we picked you up. So, I'm not saying anything until you tell me who you represent. Sorry, you get nothing until we're sure about you. Of course, the best way to ensure that happens is to cooperate with me. Tell me what I want to hear and I'll pass the word along to the people in charge. Make you a deal. I'll talk when you crack a window in here. Is that supposed to be a joke? No joke. And here's some free advice. Next time, go easy on the musk. I'm on the verge of gagging over here. I'd suggest you keep your breakfast where it is. Besides, there aren't any windows in here to crack. It's just you and me and this light bulb. And it's gonna go on being that way until you give me what I need. Now let's get started, shall we? We already know your team went to combat Pangs, the biker bar, that your boss, Kindly Cheng, sent you there to conduct some kind of a shakedown. The owner of the bar had something that didn't belong to him. We were sent to retrieve it. Right, the artifact. Says here it was a Jade Kong from the Langzhou period, dated back to 3000 BC or thereabouts. Well, just a rock to us, an ancient rock maybe, but a rock all the same. That's pretty much all it is outside of the collector's circuits. Our mage ruled out any latent magic in the stone. It's basically a Ming vase, valuable as hell to the right person, but worthless to anyone else. We've got your boss's Kong locked up for safekeeping, by the way. It's in good hands with us. No, you said us earlier. That was you and... Seriously? How can you not know that already? Just answer the question, please. For our records. Well. Let's go with Gaichu. Couldn't ask for a better bodyguard. Gaichu, the ghoul. And who else? And Rakta, watching my back. The rigger. Creepy son of a bitch. Alright. And who was the last member of your team? Oh, come on, man. Don't you already know this? Don't you have the others in holding somewhere? Just answer the question. Gobbet, alright? Fine. What's Gobbet? The rat girl with the big mouth. Right. The pen dances over the pad a final time, then stops. Your interrogator glances up at you. So I guess we just did our party selection for our escape. Alright, so Cheng sent a group of you to combat Pangs to recover a very old rock, and she sent you on the eve of one of the bloodiest riots in Kowloon City's history. Funny timing, don't you think? Not at all. We used the riot for cover. All the civil unrest in the streets, the cops were bound to be busy. And I guess now, here we go. So, not just an initial framing device, I guess. So, where we then escape. The distant sounds of urban chaos rang in your ears as you led your team through a series of constricted back alleys. It was hot out, sweltering, and the humidity left your body drenched. A bad night for a riot, but it made for good cover. You've been making good time since you left Haoi, and combat Pangs was only a few blocks away. We're getting close. Smell that? Garlic, onion, sizzling oil? I'm thinking chicken wings. You have a very selective sense of smell. For my part, I can taste blood, tear gas, smoke, and motor oil on the wind. And in the distance, I hear the sounds of crunching bone and the rev of V-twin engines, even over the cacophony of the riots. Yes, all of those things. And also chicken. The guy that Pang has working the grill is supposed to be some kind of kitchen wizard. He caramelizes the wings in fish sauce. That's what the guy at the bus stop told me. I mean, how amazing is that? I could go for some chicken. See? Ranneko gets it. Alright. So. Cops are going to be out in force because of the riots. We only fire in self-defense. We clear on that? Of course, my friend. We are all professionals here. Let us continue onward. The riots make for excellent cover, but they won't last forever. Best that we be finished before they burn themselves out, or the police arrive to put them down. The alleyways stretch out ahead of you. It's claustrophobic. Confines seeming to converge together in the distance. Your team began to move. Having this all be in past tense is kind of weird. Okay. So I've still got 2 karma, and I got 5,000 cash money. 2 figures in dirty riding leathers stood facing the shop window. The patches sewn to the backs of the jacket called them out as members of the Black Sun Boys, a small-time outfit, one of a dozen in the neighborhood, that all operated under the supervision of Eddie Combat Pang. The window was unbroken, but not from their lack of trying. You can see a half a dozen indentations in the transplast, and as many shell casings on the ground. The troll was working on an access panel, trying to brute force his way through the shop's security system. His human companion rocked on his heels, practically salivating over whatever it was locked inside. This must be the last untacked storefront on this block. Quite a prize for a looter with ambition. Of course, if the owner of this shop has gone to the expense of installing transplast windows, there are probably other security precautions in there. A private security contract, for example. These 2 idiots trip a building alarm that could bring a sec team right to this spot. Riots or no riots? Yes, that is a distinct possibility. They look like they've been out here for a while. They might be able to tell us about the police presence up ahead, if you could get them to talk to us. Otherwise, I'd suggest just leaving them be. Either way, it's your call, my friend. I will abide by whatever you choose to do. Yeah, let's approach him. The human ganger turned on his heel, spinning to face you, an exaggerated frenetic motion. He was probably riding a cram high. He snarled at you through a mouthful of crooked teeth. Hey strangers, this is our alley, Black Sun Boys Turf, not a place for tourists. You scoot your narrow asses back off this block and out of our sight, or I'll make you sorry you were ever born. Easy. Not looking for trouble. Got a question for you, though. What do I look like? A goddamn newsfax? Can't you see we're busy? He turns and spits. All this ash in the air, it's fucking up my sinuses. Got me in a bad mood. Now back away before I break your nose. Yeah, you're busy, but I'll bet that you know if there are any cops up ahead, right? Yeah, I might know. What'd be worth to you? Take a moment and think about who you're talking to. Alright, can't blame me for trying to make a few bucks, can you? I'll answer your question, but then you go, alright? Works for me. Alright, there are cops in the area, yes. They're real trigger happy. Lots of shooting, not too many questions. You'll find a whole pack of them just around the corner, led by one of them special duty assholes. My advice? You get out of this alley and indoors and you do it fast. Alright, I'll take it under advisement. Best of luck with the door. Luda stared at you as you turned away, his mouth curled into a frown. Eventually, he turned back to watch his companion struggle with the door panel. Welp. Yeah. That's a way of putting down a riot, I guess. The bodies had been reduced to a bloody ruin. Their mouths were frozen open in expressions of silent terror. Your team gathered to examine the remains. These people were shot in the back. I don't see any weapons on them either. Somebody gunned them down while they were trying to run away. Bad night to go wandering. Speaking of which... Right, let's get to Pangs. We don't want to stay out here any longer than we have to. Okay. It's Alt in this game. And here we get the fight. Because I didn't have a way of getting indoors. Maybe if I'd done some more with the gangers? Okie dokie. So, let's do this. The HKPF patrols stared you down, their weapons held at the ready. In the center of the pack, a man in heavy tactical armor loomed over the others. The plates of his armor were emblazoned with the regalia of Hong Kong's elite special duties unit. One of the cops cupped his hands to his mouth and barked out a command. Hey, you! Stop moving and put your hands in the air! Tough words, but he sounded nervous. There are a couple of gangers trying to break into a store just around the corner. If you hurry, you can still catch them. The cop blinked confusedly, then half turned to the SDU officer and said, Sir, should we investigate that? The officer cut in. His speech was slow and languid. He sounded vaguely bored. Later, Constable. We'll catch the looters when we're done here. But look at this man's clothes, his gear. These people are armed criminals and they're breaking curfew. You have your orders. Whoa there. Let's just talk about this, alright? Open fire! Well, fuck you too, buddy. Alright. One Guardian. Two Guardian. You. Is there anywhere? Right. There is the best spot to put you. Rakda. Activate Gachu. Not Gachu. Activate Koshi. Alright. I want you to do. So I want you. You can't get there, can you? Alright, what I want you to do is I want you to stab this guy. Good job. Now. Overclock you. Plus 2 AP now. Really? Mostly want to get him flanked and kinda stuck. Alright, so for me, I'm gonna back up around here because I do not want to get sniped. Okay. Got you. Activate metal stance. Then I guess we'll go here. Actually, this is gonna do more AP damage. So run up and bite that man. Bite him good. Excellent. So that just got rid of 2 of our opponents. So the next step, I could move up here and just go full auto on that guy. I think that's what we do. Nice! That's about exactly what I was after. So run up here and grab some cover. We can try and kneecap that guy. Why not? Nah. Okay, gob it. I should have done this. Line of sight blocked, really? Alright, you. Get more accurate. Yep, you back up and then you shoot. Okay, that's fine because you're way outside your active range. That was inconvenient. Okay, but not that inconvenient, fortunately. Hey, Captain. Let's see what we can do actually. Racta. What I want you to do, stab this guy. I said stab him. And then stab this one. Now, you, not Racta, that's got you. I know what my, what? Oh, did I just, yeah, okay. I just servo-tuned you. That's cool. So, that sniper is effed. Good. We'll just double full auto this guy. And here we'll pop over, get nice and close, and a third shot, and not quite dead. Gob it. Yeah, let's do that. And then that. And then you die, and you get 1 AP. Great. And so now we can do this. We can do the good old full auto. And reload. And shoot in the back. And Gaichu can go and stab this person. And again. Alrighty, sorted. Damaged police comlink. Without warning, the cracked and bloody comlink that you pulled off the body of the SDU officer crackled to life. A second later, a cold voice poured through the device's speaker. Constables, this is Crate. It's her, the cop on the newscast when the APB went live on you. Nightjar's dead because of her. I want all units to move into position and sound off. You will then hold action until I say otherwise. We will put down this riot and restore the city to order. Jeez, that sounded ominous. You know, Ranneko, this whole riot is a response to police brutality in Kowloon City. Think that maybe you should get off the street before Crate makes that call? Yeah. Don't tell me twice. Come on, everyone, let's get moving. Right on your heels, Ranneko. Pang's bar should be just around the corner. So, anything else we can spot around here? Probably not. This block was harder hit by the riots and others you've been through. The air had been churned into a noxious slurry of soot, ash, and tear gas. It was stomach-churning beyond foul. Through the haze, you could see a patrol squad of HKPF constables facing off against a man and a woman in shabby winter coats. The man was doubled over coughing and clutching a loaf of bread in one hand and a cheap pocket knife in the other. The woman was holding a small crowbar frozen like a deer in the headlights. Both were clearly terrified. A half-dozen laser dots played over their bodies, projected from the sights of the constable's weapons. "Drop your weapons! Get on your knees! Do it now!" The knife hit the ground, clattering to a rest on the asphalt. "Please, our house burned down in the riots. We just needed food and water. We aren't looters. We just needed to eat." "I don't believe they can see us through the smoke, but if we get too close, we'll be in the same boat as those poor fools. Best to leave them to their fate and slip around the police, give them a wide berth and get on with our evening." "On your knees! This is your last warning." "Attack the constables. Leave them alone." The constables wheeled at the sound of your voice, but you were faster than they were. You caught them flat-footed. Good job. Okay, so, step 1, get close. Step 2, activate auto drone. Grenadier first. Oh, there's a bunch of them, ain't there? Okay, and activate this one. Okay, got it. Ooh, I like this plan. Like that. Fireball. Nice! Yeah, you get fried too. Okay. Ractor. What do you got in here? Nothing useful. Let's activate Crochet. Got you. Do you have any... Oh, right, yes. You have disease. Okay. So firstly, let's activate Metal Stance. Then this one. Yeah. That's 2 AP. Then eat disease. Wow, that's real harsh. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to overclock Crochet here? Nah. Overclock the auto drone. And then make it more accurate too. Okay, auto drone. Kill this son. I'll do a lot of damage to him. Kill him. And that one. Good. Knew you'd kill one of them eventually. Die. Die. Die? Yep. This is not your lucky day, is it? Give it a go. Nice, 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 nice. And gob it. Aim shot. Right there. Oh, so close to dead. Well, I guess we'll try and mark you. I'm sorry, buddy. Street justice. Normally I try and avoid killing the cops in these kinds of things, but they're about to just execute a couple of residents. The civilians blink up at you, their faces ashen. The man still hugs his stolen loaf of bread. In his terror, he's crushed it into an hourglass shape. We're alive! Oh, thank God! We're still alive! We've seen the police do brutal things here before, but nothing like this. They were going to kill us! Kill us over 3 millions worth of bread. Listen to me. The cops are going to lock this entire area down. You need to get out of here and off the street. You don't have to tell us, Trice. Come on, love. Let's find a place to hide till this blows over. Okay. What's back here? Anything? I guess this is the way around. Gimme. I'll take that and give it to... no. There. Alright, now